Hi students, today we are going to discuss about some synapses in oscillations. Okay, first we have to discuss about some types of motions. We have periodic motion, second one is harmonic motion, third one oscillatory or vibratory motion. Next one, simple harmonic motion. First, what is periodic motion? If the motion of a body is repeated in regular intervals of time, then the motion is known as periodic motion. Example is all planets revolve around the sun is considered as periodic motion, or electron revolves around the nucleus also considered periodic motion. What about harmonic motion? If the displacement of a body in periodic motion is expressed in terms of sine and cosines is known as harmonic motion. What is oscillatory or vibratory motion? If a particle executes to and fro motion about its mean position along a straight line is known as vibratory motion or oscillatory motion. Here, just keep in your mind one point, that is, every oscillatory motion is periodic motion, but every periodic motion is not linked to oscillatory motion. Okay. Finally, we discuss about simple harmonic motion, SH. What is it? If a body executes to and fro motion along a straight line about its mean position and its acceleration is directly proportional to its displacement and is in opposite direction, and always acceleration is directed towards mean position, then the motion is known as simple harmonic motion. Here the particle executes compulsory this relation, A is proportional to minus y, where A is acceleration, y is displacement. Okay, examples of SHM is the oscillations of simple pendulum with small displacements only, and also the oscillations of loaded spring. Finally, the projection of uniform circular motion on the diameter is known as simple harmonic motion. Suppose this is a circle and these two are diameters. Consider this is mean position. Now the particle starts from mean position here. At a time value is 0. After certain time it is at position A. From this position we draw a perpendicular on this diameter. This is nothing but normal M and this is O, mean position. Now the projection N executes simple harmonic motion about mean position O. Okay, and this circle is known as a reference circle. Here, if the particle executes SHM, its displacement y is equal A into sin omega t. We have known some relations. Here y is the displacement of particle which executes SHM. Here who is he? N. Okay. Suppose the particle moves along circumference of circle, travels after a time t, it is at A, and its projection on the diameter is N. Now N executes SHM. Its displacement is y in a time of t. Now y is written as A into sin omega. Omega t is nothing but angular displacement in a time of t. This is angle theta and is known as omega. When it writes, the particle starts from mean position only. And at the same point, its velocity v is written as dy by dt. and from this we write A omega cos omega and also finally we get V is equal omega under root of A square minus Y square. You know A is the radius, R nothing but amplitude. Okay, omega is angular frequency. At mean position, the displacement y becomes 0. Then we get maximum velocity, that is omega into E, maximum velocity relation. At extreme position, y is equal to maximum displacement is nothing but amplitude. So replace y by A, then we get minimum velocity, that is 0 here. Okay. Next, the acceleration A is nothing but dv by dt. From this we get minus, differentiate this one, we get minus omega square A sin omega t. Now A is equal to minus omega square into A sin omega t is nothing but y. Here omega is constant, that's why finally A proportional to y. This is the condition for a particle executes in a section. Now, where acceleration is maximum and where acceleration is minimum, if the particle is at mean position, then y is equal to 0, A is also 0 from this relation. This is minimum. And at extreme position, we have maximum displacement is known as y is equal to A, then A is equal to maximum minus omega square. Minus represent direction only. We take magnitude, A is equal to omega square. Now what is time period? It is denoted by capital T. Time period is nothing but the time taken by a particle to complete one oscillation. So time period T is equal to 2 pi by omega. And next, frequency. From this relation, we write omega is equal to root of A by y. Substitute here, we get 2 pi under root of y by a. This is time period of a particle which executes a section. What is frequency? This is represented by letter of small n or small f. Frequency is nothing but reciprocal of time period. Reciprocal of time period, that means 1 by t. Or the number of oscillations made by the particle in 1 second is known as frequency. This is omega by 2 pi or 1 by 2 pi under root of A by. This is the expression for frequency. What about phase? This is a very important concept. Phase is nothing but a physical quantity which gives the state, velocity and the direction of the executing particle. Okay, finally, here the particle starts from mean position. Initial phase becomes 0. Suppose the particle starts from above or below the mean position, then we write y is equal to A into sin omega t plus or minus 5. If this particle starts above the mean position, we take minus. Suppose the particle starts from below the mean position, we take plus. This is the general equation of displacement equation in essential particle. Next, simple pendulum concept. What is simple pendulum? Suppose a small metallic sphere that is known as bob, that is suspended by means of a weightless thread or flexible thread from a rigid support is known as simple pendulum. And the length of the pendulum, you know, the distance of the center of mass of the bob from its rigid support is known as length of the pendulum. Now this bob is pulled aside to a small angular displacement and released. Then it executes simple harmonic oscillations about this mean position. And finally we get time period of this simple pendulum pi under root of L by G. Okay. Finally, you get time period of simple pendulum is T is 2 pi under root of L by G, where L is the length of the pendulum and G is the angulation due to gravity. Suppose if you take a particular location G is constant, then you write T proportional to root L. Okay. Next concept is spring load system. Spring load system. Suppose a mass M is attached to a rigid support by means of a spring, massless spring. Then it is rest at a particular position, that is known as mean position. Now this mass is pulled down and released. Then it executes simple harmonic oscillations. Finally, we get time period T is equal to 2 pi under root of capital M by K, where K is the spring constant or force constant of a given spring. If we consider the mass of the spring is small m, then the time period is changed as 2 pi under root of capital M plus small m by 3 by K. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, next. If a spring of force constant K and its length is L, that is cut into two parts of lengths L1 and L2, and whose force constants are K1 and K2, then you write K into L is equal K1 L1 is equal to K2 L. Here we know first one thing, F proportional to L. F is equal to KL. Applied force is constant, then you write K proportional to 1 by L. That's why you write this condition. KL is equal to K1 L1 is equal to K2 L. Now we write K1 value is equal KL by L1, or K into L is the total length. That means L1 plus L, because initial length L is cut into two parts of length L1 and L2. So K1 is equal to K into L1 plus L2 by L1. Similarly, K2 is equal K of L1 plus L2 by L2. This is K1 value and this is K2 value. From this condition, we say one thing here. Suppose a spring of force constant K and whose length is L is cut into n equal parts, then force constant of each part is n into K, because the length was decreased here. The wire is cut into n equal part, that means each part of length is decreased. That's why force constant is increased, because they are inversely proportional. So each part force constant is now n into K, n times increases. Suppose two springs whose force constants are K1 and K2 are connected in series, then equivalent force constant K is how much? Suppose two springs are force constants K1 and K2. If they are connected in series, their equivalent force constant K is how much? Here, when they are connected in series, their total length L is equal to L1 plus L2. Now L is nothing but M by K. Here K is the equivalent force constant. L1 is written as M by K1 plus this is M by K2. Here in series combination, same amount of force was applied. From this relation we get 1 by K is equal to 1 by K1 plus 1 by K2. Finally we get K is equal to K1 K2 by K1 plus K2. This is in series combination. Okay. In parallel combination, we get finally equivalent force constant is K1 plus K2. Next, simple harmonic oscillator. Next concept is simple harmonic oscillator. What is it? Suppose a particle executes SHM, then it is known as simple harmonic oscillator. Suppose, what is simple harmonic motion? A particle executes to and fro motion about its mean position over here. This is extreme position and this is extreme position, whose amplitudes are plus a here and here minus a. Suppose a particle executes SHM along this straight line about mean position O. At any instant time t, it is at here. Particle is at here at a displacement of x. Then it possesses certain potential energy. Its value was half m omega square x square. At the same position, it possesses certain kinetic energy. K is half m omega square of a square minus x square. Now total energy of the simple harmonic oscillator is sum of these two energies. From this we get half m omega square a square. Okay, if potential energy and kinetic energy varies, but total energy remains constant. Okay. Okay, students, and do problems very